Godfred Dami must never be close to a position called Attorney General and Minister of Justice.
Come on,
I'm telling you.
The man has credentials.
You don't even have a party with even one MP and you're talking about.
Now that is what I said. Natamaklo has no business whatsoever spending a single day in jail.
So in a community,
that is one aspect. Now there is a second.
He shouldn't get.
We are here to make discussion. You came to misinform the people. Then the person that you claim that has taken the money from you in 2015 is writing to you that you always come and pay. Does it sound to you?
But the Attorney General should have seen this. Did Godfred Dami do a bad job?
Godfred Dami did a shoddy work, and I'm very surprised. See, when you were
that's the leader of the bar.
Oh, I mean, but there is another case that is coming. I don't want to discuss. The day that a court of appeal will finish that case, that is where I'll be all gambling. He gave the 500,000 back to Sedna Tamako. None of the case. Sedna Tamako, and this transaction took place in 2014. Sedna Tamako in 2015 wrote a demand letter to the Obatampa people.
Allow the man. Doc, sorry. Doc.
This morning, I am taking my time.
Hold on for me.
Now, Solomon Owusu is blasting Godfred Dami of Oil the MPP. All the chair there, no. I'm a Solomon Owusu. I'm not a lawyer, but you being a lawyer, my blast you to the kingdom corner. The reasons near shocking, but was that a video from my WhatsApp area. So what your conversation is straight to the news. Now, you would remember there on Cherry, Sedinam Tamaklo of Oil the NDC in the time and now CEO for Maslow. During MPP Abanabamano, it was seen there, well, dinner some quarter, or more there. She's supposed to be jailed for 10 years. More than that time, no US. Was right now about during the MDC Abero. But see, court is there. Debbie, Mamino, Uncle Fee. Now, a lot of people are already being listening to this. Solomon Owusu said, Onya Tidama, some not never how my Indies abandoned. Why, with a bun, I ban my Yamaya Fedama, Sisi would to send a dama, not today. No, I know she on but autonomous no said no. So, Obi said, Yimpe be uncle prisoner, or a big thing, because Sabi, almost see a yimpa. Into them rubber ya uncle there. We did this. We another wa kabibi wa sisi bibi out in the chrono. Judge not na asam no dono. Uncle share asam okay. What is the judgment of the judge? Uncle share judgment in what's the ewu go for the dummy or yes should you work as a lawyer or yes should you work as an attorney general. There will be a memo on bend the office of where the attorney general that. Now some of the reasons in there. Ebosha the nado bar benemu. A lot of people can abani yonkoye, but still nana more penal. According to information on the ground, no, yes, so you there. A lot of people, even actors, uncle join oil the MP, they all move to oil the NDC. I'm out for J. Now, especially because of certain maybe I was there because I'm around so happened, but I them okay to wisdom. That is how it perceives like. But Solomon Owusu said there. Obi today, Godfred Dami as trying to make it look like the honorary babies are bogan and memon. What's that, Debbie? Now, I'm a paper, so we had the new to design on the gun and the assay. Because also, so she deeper judgment no chede. Said that time of Croy that Jama, what pada what pass some hours my mammy do. Now, courts. Judges now what's I don't know. Boy, you won't point there. Judges now what's I don't know. Now building a 1.2 of them. Now, one of them is 2025 year now appointed. Meaning the day, Sanka come back at the NDC phone away, but Debbie, the NDC phone away. The judges were actually appointed during another time. It is the judges who were appointed during another time. Or then you know,
you know, when the news broke yesterday that Sedna and Api had acquitted and discharged there. In fact, it was sent to me by my brother Abu Bakman.
Right.
I was so furious.
You were angry.
So angry.
Myself.
And I told him that I can't help it. In fact, where we were, we met a certain MP who is also from there. We were going to do some discussion somewhere. The MP was in the car. MP was in the car. He saw us from the NDC side. He got down and said, "Oh, my brother, hey, my brother, but what are you people done to yourself?"
You asked him.
Yeah, I said, "We will go ballistic.
We will whip you."
Now,
there's an MP here, by the way.
Yes, struck me. That hold your horse. Get a copy of the judgment. Take your time and read it. So I went to my Facebook wall and said, I'm awaiting
the reasoning of the court.
Or reasoning of the court. So that, because we are talking about someone's freedom, liberties.
Yeah, human rights.
You understand? So I waited patiently and I was furnished by the entire ruling by my brother Ramsey Inusa. Yesterday night, I had gone somewhere, so I was late. I had to rush to Sharpnet. I couldn't go to the office to print the 94-page reading. So I went to Sharpnet and expended money to print for them to buy. So I have the judgment here. When I got to the house around 11, I stayed overnight to read the entire 94 pages to have a fair idea what went into the judgment.
The reasoning, yeah.
And this is the judgment.
You have printed that too?
I printed it, I abandoned it. I have the wound to be one to because you see, one is about people's liberty. I do work.
So you take time to print them so and
that,
bind them.
Yeah, so that I do not go and make it because someone is going to be put behind bars. So that whatever I say, I'm on solid grounds. Let me say this morning to all those who are being emotional.
Right.
It is our duty as leaders, it's our duty as communicators to shape the mindset of the nation.
Right.
Not the whims and caprices of people's emotions.
Whose emotions are these?
A lot of few people, because they heard, and now you remember my previous rendition, I've always been calling for said not to be extradited to this country.
That's
Once
right.
she came and they were dealing with her going to the prison, I charged.
You spoke, yeah, same seat.
Same seat. You were here, you were the one.
Yeah.
But yesterday, when I read the judgment, I became cold. I said, but the woman so innocent. Hey, the matter should first of all have not gotten to court in the first place.
That's what the appeal court said.
And I
but
look,
in the eyes of the public,
that is why we must educate them. This is what this radio is for.
What is the point of the education?
That
What did
is
she
it.
not do?
Look,
that the
let me come.
the
We will take
prosecution said that she did.
Let me go through the matters one after the other. Here, let me stand up and salute the three appeal court judges.
Court of Appeal judges.
Emmanuel Ankama, Samuel Obin Diewu, and Senor Amede.
Diewu.
He didn't do Diewu. You understand? Interestingly, Emmanuel Ankama and Diewu were appointed by President Akufo-Addo in 2022.
Oh, okay. Interesting.
It's only Senor Amede who was appointed in 2025. So the issue of someone representing a political party does not arise. And what was the verdict of the Court of Appeal? It was unanimous. Is that not the case? Now, Senator Tamaklo was charged on basically 8 issues. Conspiracy to stealing, willfully causing financial loss to the state, and so on and so forth.
That's if you drill down further, but there was 78.
Yeah, but
the main one.
I tell you, all of it was trash.
Oh, how?
Trash,
She
absolutely.
didn't steal.
Look, and I'm going to read it to you.
Go ahead.
So the Ejura case, she didn't steal that money.
I'm coming to it. Let me deal with the drug case first. And I'm happy you confess. I like people who are very honest that I have gotten the judgment, but I always come through.
Today is Friday. I was
Yes.
going
So
to
it means you have
going
not,
to the mosque.
you have not read the judgment. In the Ejura case,
I read it.
the 500,000 said in Atamako, it's not even said in Atamako, Maslow had given the Obatampa microfinance. First of all, they gave them 150,000. Then they went further around June, July of 2014 to give them 500,000. And that was they wrote a check and sent that check to the Obatampa people. When the board chair got to know that loan would attract an interest of 24%, he said no, it was too expensive. So they were returning the money back. Now, a company gives you a check. If you are paying the money back, go to pay through the company's account.
Yeah.
You say no, the woman rather asks you to bring a cash. Listen to this scenario. Yes. And you met the woman at Batuna, Total Filling Station, and gave him the 500,000. That is the account of the Obatampa people. Yes. Now, when the woman was arrested and was sent to Iyoko, she denied it flatly that she had ever taken money from you. So it was your word against my word.
Their word.
Now,
But were there documents? Were there documents?
I'm coming there. I'm coming there.
Hold on.
Look, I don't want.
Hold on.
Donny,
Were there documents?
So the Obatampa manager presented a supposed receipt.
Okay.
That emanated from Sedina. Even that receipt, what he told the court was that Sedina asked them to go to the Maslock office, and that receipt was given to them by a supposed secretary. You understand? Now that receipt had the reference numbers on it. So what it meant was that Maslock as an institution will have a copy or copies on file.
Right.
Now in this case, PW1, prosecution 1 was taken. Who was then the Maslock boss?
He actually started the investigation
Exactly.
using a private entity to audit the activities of setting up.
You understand?
And I've been shocked how much we spent trying to retrieve 2 million cedis.
Can you imagine?
Yeah.
So when
We spent over 1 million cedis trying to retrieve 2 million.
No, but auditing is just a normal practice in all
look,
institutions. The amount of money that
I don't want
doesn't
them to know.
matter.
We must educate the people. Look,
I'm coming.
On
Hold
the receipt.
Hold on.
Let me
Sorry,
read.
no, you read the
Yes.
receipt. You're saying auditing?
Auditing is normal. If I take over any office today, I'll do auditing.
And if you are looking for 2 million, you spend
It's
over
not
1
looking for 2 million. I'll
about
do
1.9
auditing to ascertain
retrieve
what
2
is
million.
there.
What are you retrieving?
You spend 1 million to receive.
I will not. It depends
Over
on the
1 million.
enormity of the work that will be done.
What are you retrieving?
No, it depends on the enormity of
Okay,
the work.
let's talk about
That's all.
receipts, Solo.
so the Obatampa manager, one I said, who was also a prosecution witness in this matter, said he was given that receipt by a supposed secretary. That receipt was never on Maslock file. And remember, I've told you that Sedna had already, as it were, denied this situation. So the court said, and this is why I find it very difficult believing that indeed we had a judge called Efia Saribotri.
Right.
I couldn't believe it. Now the court said, instead of when you go to court, you are taken to court on criminal charges. You as the defendant, you are at liberty not to say anything. No.
Yes.
It is not for you to prove the prosecution's case. Interestingly, on this occasion, listen to the judge. I'm very surprised that she is even there. Listen to the judge. In those circumstances, it was held that A1 had a case to answer regarding 500,000 in order that she throws light on whether or not the signature is hers and any explanation of whether or not she indeed received the 500,000. The woman has already said that I did not receive any 500,000. The receipt you are showing is not my signature. Then the judge sitting there said, no. The woman should have been in court.
She was not there to say it.
But if
She ran away.
Now, if she was there, it was not for the woman to say anything. And I'm saying that you can't self-incriminate. Now, listen to that is why we call circumstantial evidence. Her actions after that. The man is claiming that he gave the 500,000 back to Sedna Tamako. Is that not the case? Sedna Tamako, and this transaction took place in 2014. Sedna Tamako in 2015 wrote a demand letter to the Obatampa people. Then the person that you claim that has taken the money from you in 2015 is writing to you that you always come and pay us. Does it sound to you?
But the Attorney General should have seen this, or?
No, I'm coming there. Now
You are taking too long to come there.
No, I'm going to get there because there are.
You see my analogy?
Yeah.
What's that? Not the
Now when the
You had equal time.
when
Let him have
the
equal time.
Obatampa guy, when the Obata guy,
The same man who's coaching
Allow.
when the
Allow.
managing director of Obatampa was asked, but you claim that you paid 500,000 to Sedna Tamako. Yet the same Sedna Tamako wrote to you, or the Maslock. My brothers,
Allow. Oh, Doc, allow, please. Allow Solo. I'm sure you said a lot of things that he disagreed with, but he was
I was just
magnanimous
listening
enough
to
to.
you.
Now, are you suggesting to who was in charge of Obatampa? Who was?
Esiedu. What Esiedu? Now the Esiedu, when he was asked, but you claim you paid for 500,000 to you. So when you received the letter from Maslow signed by said that you come and pay, what did you do? So I sent a WhatsApp message. Fed you. Produce the WhatsApp message. He said no. There was nothing like that.
The phone is stolen.
It wasn't even stolen. You didn't say that. So how on earth would this scenario qualify?
Did Godfred do a bad job?
Godfred did a shoddy work, and I'm very surprised. You see, when you were a
That's
judge,
the leader of the bar.
oh, I mean, but there is another case that is coming. I don't want to discuss. The day that a court of appeal will finish that case, that is where I'll be all gambling. Godfred Dami must never be close to a position called Attorney General Minister of Justice.
Come on,
I'm telling you.
The man has
and
credentials.
I'm not missing any words.
You don't even have a party with even one MP,
Sure.
and you're talking about
Now that is one aspect.
preventing someone
That
from.
does not make somebody
Go ahead.
qualified.
That is one aspect. Now there is a second aspect.
He shouldn't get.
We are here to make discussions. You came to misinform the people.
Allow the man. Doc, sorry. Doc.
This morning, I am taking my time.
Hold on for me. Gentlemen, your microphones are off. Gentlemen, Gafara, please.
This morning we are educating the people. We are shaping minds so that people will not harbor anything. I've said that the attitude of Madam Sedina is what has created all this. If she had not absconded, what is this charges? You ran away for what?
But maybe she didn't trust the system.
Maybe, but she should have been here.
She should have been here.
She should have been here.
After giving bail.
She should have been here.
Come back. If I'm the one to come back.
Now,
Everybody was giving bail.
Yes.
let me quickly clear
Finally.
You know, he was talking about it took so long for I have a lot to say. He's talking about the fact that the appeal took so long for them to even
6 months.
Forgetting that even this appeal was started during the era. You know, the judgment came on the 16th of April 2024. You don't even have your records. No. By May 2024, they had appealed against the judgment. By May, and it is all stated in this report, in this judgment. By May 2024, that time it was your government that was in place.
Under Godfred.
Because they would have been banned. By the way, there are time limits to appeal against.
Yeah. So May, June, July, August, September, October, November.
They didn't do anything.
7 months.
They didn't do anything.
More than the 6
so
months.
what is the point here? In any case, they were also they spoke of sensitization and the monitoring. That the woman diverted about 1.7 million. Come on, go and read the judgment. You care that an attorney general could go to court with these flimsy excuses without any research and then do that's such a bad work, and the judge sitting there who is supposed to know. If you are a judge, if I come to your court as a judge and I even come and plead guilty, it is your duty to look at the facts before you and say no, you are not. It's not as simple as I came to plead guilty before you and say no, then you are guilty.
Are you suggesting that we have been on an emotional bus?
It is an emotional. Look, I was also taken on that route. What saved me was that, look, take a deep breath and go and read the judgment. And I tell you that Sedina Tamaklo has no business whatsoever spending a single day in jail.
So in a community of reading men, as Kwame Kufu,
Esquire
would say, we should not allow some of these things.
We shouldn't. You see, it can happen to you. If you allow this thing to fester, what it means is that people can just create propaganda on you, send you to court, and the judge will say, this case, what the judge did was that she shifted that legal principle that the burden of proof lies on the plaintiff to the defendant. Everything. So if Sedina was here, she would have thrown more light. What is she there to throw light on? Why must a person self-incriminate?
Okay, we'll take a break here.